So we have seen that the microorganisms, specifically bacteria and archaea, they can utilize many molecules, many compounds as the major oxidizing molecules which can be used for the production of energy. In addition to sulfur, iron, or methane, these microorganisms can also use a simple compound, as simple a inorganic compound as hydrogen gas. They can also use hydrogen as their major molecule, which can be major inorganic moiety, which can be utilized for the production of energy. The organisms, the microorganisms which use hydrogen or which oxidize hydrogen for the production of energy are alkylogenes, hydrogenophagi, and pseudomonas. The enzyme involved in this process or which facilitate this oxidation process are known as the hydrogenase. The oxidation reaction which is facilitated by the hydrogenase enzyme is involved in the production of hydrogen ions along with the electrons. So hydrogen ion, as a result, the hydrogen molecule, as a result of the activity which is facilitated by, or as a result of the oxidation which is facilitated by the enzyme hydrogenase, it is separated into two hydrogen ions, and also we get the electrons from these reactions, which would be ultimately be used in the electron transport chain. And also, because of the activity of the hydrogenase enzyme, the electron, not only you get the carrier of the electron transport chain, the donors for the donation of the electron from the electron transport chain, you also get the reduction of NAD into NADH2, which can later also be used in the Calvin cycle for making the carbon skeleton. So ATP synthesis, as is in the electron transport chain, the movement of electrons, it gives the movement of electron gives rise to the production of proton motive force, which is utilized in the synthesis of the ATP, and the terminal carrier, the very final carrier for the electron, as is the case in many other aerobically thriving microorganisms or organisms in general, are the oxygen. So oxygen is the main terminal receptor in the hydrogen oxidizing bacteria, also specifically those hydrogen oxidizing bacteria which respire aerobically. So as with the case of other microorganisms which are chemolithotrophs, we see a real adaptability, real diversity in the adaptability of these microorganisms. They can grow aerobically, they can grow anaerobically, they can switch between different energy producing processes. They can, they can be heterotrophs, they can be autotrophs, and they can grow in very harsh conditions also. So one example is that, you can see them in whatever environment you go, you will see these are microorganisms, these chemolithotrophs thriving over there. They are found in the soil and water. If you go in the hot, very extreme hot springs, which have hydrothermal vents are also present in, and in the ocean floor also. And there, because of the geothermal activity, what the hydrogen is produced, and that is utilized by these organisms. So in this way, because of this utilization of the hydrogen, these microorganisms are responsible for the maintenance of the balance in the concentration of hydrogen in the ecosystem. They are involved in the cycling of the hydrogen in your ecosystem. The main source of the hydrogen major is it comes from the, as I mentioned you, from the different geothermal activities. It comes from volcanic activities. then there are certain bacteria which produce hydrogen from different metabolic processes. So there are different sources of hydrogen which are utilized by these organisms. Another important environmental factor, another important significance in the hydrogen oxidizing bacteria is that they are also important in reducing the effects of the greenhouse gases. They are involved in the reduction of these greenhouse effects because they use the hydrogen for their production of the energy, and in addition to that they can also use carbon dioxide, and in this way they are involved in the reduction of those gases which can contribute towards the greenhouse effect.